Hey, Radiant Mamas. Welcome to something new here on Radiant Mom Rising. Mini episodes every other week that give you a quick inspiration, mindset shifts, and practical tips to help you thrive in both motherhood and business. These are designed to be short, powerful, and something you can fit into your busy day. Let's dive in. Hey, mamas, welcome back. Today's episode is a really special one for me, and I'm going to do my best not to cry. But today, my son turns 18, and I've got to be honest, I don't even fully grasp that yet or understand how that happened, how I have an 18-year-old. It seems like yesterday he was just a baby. I can remember giving birth to him and holding him. And it's like I just, blinked too long and here he is, 18 years old. And I've been in my feelings about it. I've been reflecting on everything, him, me, our journey. I became a mom at 20 years old. And at that time, I had just gotten sober, barely. And I was still very much trying to figure out how to be okay myself. I didn't feel grounded. I didn't feel confident. I didn't feel like I had anything figured out in any way. And here suddenly I'm holding this tiny human and I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing this. It was really hard. There were many moments where I felt completely overwhelmed. I had my own personal struggles dealing with the father at the time. I'm trying to be strong, trying to do the right thing. But inside, I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. And I didn't have the tools that I have right now. I didn't know how to process my emotions back then. I didn't know how to regulate myself. I didn't know how to support myself when things felt heavy. So if you're a mom listening to this, you probably know that feeling when you're trying to raise kids and still figuring yourself out at the same time. It's like when you think about it, you have all these books that teach you what to prepare for to give birth, but then they hand you this baby in a hospital and they're like, good luck. Bye. Send you home with them. No manual, no emotional support guide, just vibes. And you're just there to figure it all out. So it's quite the journey becoming a mom, especially as a first time mom and as young as I was. But when I look at my son now, oh my gosh, I am so incredibly proud of the young man he's become, like deeply proud. He is one of the most respectful, kind-hearted people I know. The way he treats others, the way he carries himself, the way he shows up. And one of the things that just amazes me is how dedicated he is, where he taught himself how to play the snare drum on his own because he wanted that percussion position. And him being part of the marching band in the first place was amazing. And then to watch him grow over those years of becoming a leader in his senior year and being amazing, by the way, at snare drum. He is awesome. But just seeing him step into that kind of confidence and leadership, it just hits me in a way I can't fully explain. He's built friendships that are real. He has people who support him, who uplift him. And as a mom, that matters so much. And what really gets me is how different his path has been from mine at that age. Because at 18, I was partying. I was moving from place to place. I was struggling with addiction, depression, even suicidal thoughts. I didn't know who I was. So to sit here today and see my son living a completely different reality, I can't even put into words how grateful I am. Like, truly grateful. And I told you I wouldn't get emotional. I'm trying not to, but it's really hard because I'm just grateful that I made it through that season of my life, that I didn't give up, that I got the chance to grow. And now I get to see that growth reflected in him. And on top of that, he's the best big brother ever. I mean, the way he is with Brea and Cade, the way they look up to him, it's everything. It was actually kind of cute because Brea was even talking the other day, like, oh, if JJ goes off to college, does that mean he's going to have another family? And I'm like, no, we're always going to be his family. She was like, does that mean it's You're not gonna be his mom anymore?" And I'm like, having to talk to her about, like, "No, we will always be family," because she's already reflecting on when she grows up and what that's gonna look like, and I'm like, "Girl, enjoy your time being a kid, honey. It goes by too fast, and adulthood is a whole 'nother ballgame. Come on, girl, just enjoy where you're at. Slow down." I'm definitely not ready. That's how it is with girls, though. I was like this too as a girl myself. I just was ready to rush. I wanted to be grown up, and now I'm like, "Huh, I would kill to be a kid again, right?" But JJ, I really do love him. He still hugs me and tells me he loves me, and it's like, "Oh my god, he's 18." But don't stop doing that. I love it, always. And and I'll be honest, I'm not ready for him to go. I'm really not. Like, the thought of him leaving for App State this fall, it brings up a lot of emotion. But what I do know now that I didn't know back then, I don't have to go through these hard moments alone. I don't have to shut down or push it away or pretend I'm okay when I'm not. I've learned how powerful it is to lean on people, to receive support, to allow myself to feel things. And that has changed everything for me. And I want to give you something that you can do right now if you're in a season of feeling all the emotions. Like if you have a kid that's about to go off to college or you're just going through a lot, this is this amazing exercise that you can take no matter where you are in your journey to really reconnect and reflect. So I want you to just take a second and think about your own journey as a mom, where you started and where you are now. And I want you to ask yourself, what have I made it through that I don't give myself enough credit for? Really let yourself see it. And then I want you to ask, how has my growth already impacted my children, even if it wasn't perfect? Because I promise you it has. Our children are always watching us and how we talk to ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we handle situations, especially the challenges. And it's why I'm so passionate about what I do and why I share what I share and bring on people to share their stories and their journeys because it starts with us. We can't control everything. We can't control how everyone else receives things, but we get to decide and choose for ourselves, like how we're going to be and how we get to show up in life. And I feel like the way we model for our kids is extremely powerful in breaking that generational conditioning and also giving them this new belief subconsciously that anything is possible and to be able to show up differently in a way that we weren't taught. And I think that's so powerful. I mean, I feel like this is something that so many moms don't realize is that your growth matters more than your perfection ever will. It's not about doing everything right. It's about becoming more aware, more grounded, more present. And that version of you, she changes everything. And for me, now with my younger kids, I get to show up differently with more awareness, more patience, more intention. And it doesn't mean I get it right all the time. We're all humans. We all have our good and bad days, and that's okay. But I come back to myself faster than I ever have before. I know now how to catch those moments, reframe it, catch those thoughts, even those beliefs that sneak in that try to tell me, "What are you doing, Mary? You're not good enough. Nobody wants what you have to offer. Nobody cares." All those thoughts that try to sneak in, I have ways now to reframe and understand that this is all part of the process in growing and becoming who I'm meant to be. And that I am doing this so I can reach those right people that I am meant to help, inspire, and serve. And that's the work. So today I'm just feeling a mix of everything, pride, gratitude, a little sadness, a lot of love, and just deep appreciation for this journey. The messy parts, the hard parts, the growth, all of it. And if you're listening to this and you're in a season where things feel hard or uncertain or like you're still figuring it out, I want you to hear this. You are not behind. You are becoming. And that matters more than you think. If this resonated with you, I would truly love to hear from you. And if you're in a season where you're ready to grow, to support yourself differently, to step into a new version of who you are, just know you don't have to do it alone. Until next time, Mama, keep becoming the version of you your life is asking for. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope this episode gave you that little spark of inspiration you needed. If you loved what you heard, be sure to subscribe to the Radiant Mom Rising podcast so you never miss an episode. And if this show has made a difference for you, it would mean the world if you take a moment to leave a review. Your words not only encourage me, but they help more amazing moms like you find this message too. If you're ready to take the next step and start creating the life and business you've been dreaming of, visit marydibblecoaching.com. You can take the free quiz to discover your next step or schedule your free discovery call. Let's start turning your dreams into reality together because you deserve to thrive, not just survive. Much love.